Apparently, hands tapping can be used to cure paedophiles. Seriously, this is not a joke. A judge has ordered 35-year-old Anthony Akid from Grimsby in Lincolnshire to undergo an experimental eye treatment called eye desensitization therapy in order to curb his perversion. Akid was already sentenced back in 2014 for possession of indecent images of children when he admitted 8 counts of possession and 1 of distribution of indecent images. But of course, he was given a 12-month sentence, suspended for 2 years, which clearly showed him his crime was not serious enough to warrant jail, and so went on to do it again. Even though Judge Ahmed Nadim, sitting at Grimsby Crown Court, said that this was a persistent breach and a breach of the sex prevention order imposed at the previous hearing, and that although Akid admitted to having a perverted interest in children, he had never translated that into acting out those fantasies that they know of, the judge ordered Akid to either pay for the experimental treatment himself or get it on the NHS. Now, I've got to say, I'd rather my contributions go towards paying for the gallows and rope rather than some BS experimental therapy, which will leave this sicko on the streets. Eye desensitization therapy involves a relatively new treatment of eye movement, desensitization and reprocessing. It is apparently available from the NHS and involves a patient recalling a traumatic event, usually from their childhood. At the same time, the patient receives stimuli in a rhythmic left-right pattern or by tapping their hand. This is called anchoring and is used in hypnotherapy often, especially with phobias. I just hope they aren't going to be showing him images of children, trying to get him to change his ways. Another method is to use audio tones played through headphones, but this still means that every time he has an urge to do something perverted, he will have to find some headphones, put them on and play the sounds. Can't see that happening. I don't know about you guys. Judge Nadim said Akid had a perverted sexual interest in child pornography. He added, "You contribute to the exploitation of vulnerable children that leads to immeasurable harm. The images you viewed are created with harm and with consequential danger that lasts many years. The easiest thing would be to look at the guidance and determine how long you are going to prison for." He added, "I am willing to accept that you are committed to referring yourself to specialists and correcting yourself and refocusing yourself. If that can be achieved, that will be good for you and good for society. I'm giving you a chance that you will take measures to correct yourself. In the meantime, you will not offend in any way, shape or form, and you will obtain counselling and therapy. I don't expect you to wait for financial reasons." He said he wanted confirmation within 3 days that Akid had made contact with experts. He added, "If you don't, you will appear before me and I will impose a significant sentence." In November 2019, police had visited Akid's home in Grimsby. At the time, he denied possessing the images and any interest in indecent images of children, and denied being a risk to children. Mr. Genny for the police, said police later found 227 images of the most serious classification. Mr. Genny for the prosecution said police later found 227 images of the most serious classification involving children as young as 3 to 4 years old. There were a total of 593 in lesser categories. Akid admitted downloading the images between March 2019 and November 2019. So, it seems as long as you're a paedophile and break your court order, you can still get away with committing crimes. I've got to say, I would rather be a car thief and serve my time than be like this piece of shit and get let off. I mean, what a disgusting slap in the face to those who have been abused in order to supply this cretin with this material, and what a joke of the justice system this ruling makes. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will, and until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.